you once, and I'll tell you twice the way I feel.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Theo with another episode of Shakedown. Now, I'm not going to be talking about Brexit. We're done talking about Brexit. Tired of talking about Brexit, to be honest. I spent a lot of time actually producing the last episode. I couldn't even begin to even think, but I'm happy with how it's all turned out. But this time, I'm going to be talking about something that's a little bit real. So I suggest you sit back, relax, and I'm going to be telling you a story. Okay, so I've been half deaf now for as long as I can remember. I'm actually deaf in my left ear, and all it is just a case of wax built up so heavily in my ear that I can't hear anything that's going on the left side of me. The way that it happened, well, I can't actually remember what happened, but what I do remember of the first time I know that something was wrong, I was at school. I was at Christchurch Primary School, and that was in Brixton. I lived in London for a few years, and there was this event that went down, this sports event, whatever, and I remember being bullied, and I remember being in a fight. And I remember being sent to the head teacher's office, and I remember the name, Mr. Pamphilon. I remember his name, and he spoke to me, told me to calm down and everything, and then he left. What I didn't hear was he told me I could come down when I was ready to. So I was stuck there all afternoon. Even watched the kids doing their thing, and my mum was actually excited about coming to see me to do this thing, and I came down like after school because that's what I thought. I was actually going to stay there for the rest of the day, and I came downstairs at the end of the school day. My mum was trying to think, where was I? I told my mum I was at the head teacher's office, and that's when I knew something was wrong. And I used to go to hospitals to get tested, and what happens is I used to go into one of those soundproof rooms, and I used to have a headset on, and it would tell me, I would have to hear certain sounds, so whether or not they're low, whether or not they're high, and I used to get a clicker or a buzzer to hear that I would hear the sound, and then I used to do that like constantly throughout, and I never really I never really kind of recovered from that because I'd done all these testing, and then I realized that was something that was wrong. And then my mom told me that actually there was a doctor. It was told me that I was half deaf. I was told that I could never have a hearing aid because that would make things worse, and that's when I had to have special needs to kind of keep up as well. Not only because I was bullied, because also I didn't hear everything. And I don't always hear anything now. Sometimes when somebody mutters up to somebody, it's something, especially when it's directed at me, and I would say, "Excuse me" or "Sorry," and they don't want to repeat themselves because I wasn't listening. And it used to annoy me because people would actually would think that I'm just not paying attention to them. It's far from the truth. I can hear certain things, and it's not all the time that I'm going to pick it up. So when I ask to someone to repeat, please bear in mind that I'm just making sure that I understand what's being said to me. But yeah, that's really been it. Really, this is how I've been half deaf. So, being half deaf, yes, you know, it limits what I can learn um, quickly, and sometimes I have to kind of adapt to what I have to adapt to what everybody's saying. Like I said, if somebody mutters something and it's directed at me, I could either ignore them or not intentionally, but I could ignore. If it's a bad thing, I can ignore them. But if it's something that needs to be said to me, I would tell the person, "Excuse me, can you repeat what you just said so that I can get it?" Um, I've always been a normal person. I said this before. I got a few GCSEs at school, and I went to college. I got an A level, and I went to university, and I've got a HND, and I've got a degree. So I have worked hard in much of my life, and I've continued to do so. I've never wanted to look at this thing as a as a as a curse or whatever, because I don't consider it as a curse or whatever. This is a part of myself, and I've accepted that this is a part of who I am as a person. You know, I'm never gonna let that go. You know, but I'm happy doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm happy to tell you all this story because I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of where I've come from. I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of my friends. I'm proud of whoever closest in my life. I'm proud of what I've done. Even on here on Shakedown, I'm proud of what I've been able to do. To come out and to be able to express myself a little bit, and to remind people that, you know, no matter what you're going through in life, no matter what has happened to you, you can still rise above it. You can still do your best to kind of, you know, take the bull by the horns and make your life better. You know, I never want to be down about anything, you know, because this has put me down for only so long. Going through all that testing, then being diagnosed, and then, you know, having to learn everything that I could to do, everything that I could in life. And you know what? I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. You know, I'm generally doing good. Really, really, really doing good. But I know in myself that I want better for myself. But I've learned how to do things day by day, step by step, you know, and I just never want people to kind of literally go down a path where they think that they can't get anywhere, because they can. All difficult paths lead to something good, and that's what I believe. I believe my path is going to be led on to something good, you know, and no matter how long it will take, that's where I'm gonna go. That's where I'm meant to be, because I believe that everything will happen. You know, something good will happen. I believe that, and I'm just gonna work as hard as I can to get there. So that's where I'm coming from this. So there you have it. That's my story on what it's like to be half deaf, how am I coping with it, and you know, what I've done to get to where I am today. I hope that it inspires people, and I hope that people can look at me still the same way, thinking nothing less of me, and I still want to, you know, keep going as a normal person. And you know, I'm not trying to say that I don't want to be in special treatment or anything. I just wanted to kind of say that, look, listen, I am half deaf. I'm proud of being half deaf. You know, not looking at it as a curse, and not looking at it as something as a bad thing. It has its advantages and it has its disadvantages, and I'm working with that every single day. So but I'm still me. I'm always going to be me. Okay, so with that, I will end this episode. Episode 33 is coming up, and I hope you enjoyed that one. And until then, this is your boy Theo, right here on Shakedown. Peace out.